And now I wish Dean from Brooklyn didn't make this statement. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating gabagoo.
Wow, Dean.
Gabagoo.
Gabagoo.
Which, by the way, he told me that when Mafia Life Chris came in the last time, and remember fucking Chris brought us some kind of ice cream and the pizza, he said he was screaming at his speakers. And he wanted to punch Chris's heart out of his chest. And I'm like, why? He goes, he got every fucking thing wrong from Brooklyn. What he told us that the fucking ice cream was wrong. Where he said the place was at was wrong.
That's great.
He goes, he doesn't even know his own neighborhood. He doesn't know. Come on. Mafia Life Chris sent us a song of his. Maybe we'll get to it today. Now, have you listened to it?
Yeah, I've heard it. It's by
G-Fella.
It's catchy.
I don't know whether it's catchy or it's a fucking commercial.
Yeah, pretty much. One website's mentioned pretty much every 3 seconds.
We'll try to get him on the phone today, and then we'll play a song for him. Phil, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hi, guys. Just wanted to ask Fezzy if it's all right with all the equality now, if it's all right to promote a straight parade.
Well, we do. We have the gay parade for Gay Pride, and then the straight parade is every other fucking parade. So don't start and get your... first of all, we have a parade about once a week here in the summer. It's the Caribbean nations that somehow different than Puerto Rico. The Italians have a parade. The Polish have a parade. The Irish have a parade. And everybody's invited out to all those parades. And quite frankly, the parades are stupid, but the food is normally good, and you can drink.
Oh, hell, you get fucked up.
So people don't get really upset about parades here. Now, I do think that New York itself, Frank, I thought that they played too big a deal about New York did it, and somehow they should be celebrating. Because they weren't exactly cutting edge. They're sixth with gay marriage, so they should have said, I don't know why it took us so long, not New York will now be the leader, and pushing the fact that it's the biggest state that's done it. Where, let's face it, California did it before, and then they pulled it back.
Right, but it's an attention getter. The eyes of the world are on New York constantly, especially
Again,
this
is why people hate New Yorkers.
But
why do they have to say that? Why can't New York City just act like we're another city?
Iowa was like the first, and they only get attention if there's a flood. Not if two choir directors are getting married.
That somehow puts them down, and they are the leader. They should be getting all the praise in the world. Here they are in the Midwest, where you're acting less hip, less fucking, cosmopolitan, whatever. Oh, yeah. And they had the balls to do it first. I think that they should get the full fucking attention, not little fucking slaps like you're giving to them right now.
If anything is going to roll this out across the country, it's going to be New York doing it. It's going to be...
Why? New York wouldn't have done it without Iowa first. If you want to fucking give New York credit, you should say you finally copied off of Iowa. That would be it. Now, I wanted to bring this up the other day, Jason, when I brought up, hey, UCB is kind of taking off right now, where the UCB graduates are doing very well, and that's what always people said about Second City. And see if we have what Jason from Raw Dog, his statement on that. UCB right now, I think, is doing more. Well, Rob Corddry was just in, who comes out of that background. Mm-hmm. But when you start to look at that class and the people that are put together for shows, I think they're dominating over Second City now.
Yeah,
I think they've changed it.
Yeah, it's because it's coming out of New York, and so much of this is coming out of New York, and Second City's not here, and UCB is.
Isn't that fucking... Seriously, would you have a UCB without Second City? Why can't they just say thanks to Chicago for starting this stuff 40 years ago?
They just give a big old fuck you.
They do. This is why people get mad at people from New York, the same way I get mad at people from Texas, who acts like life begins and ends in Texas.
We started it all, Ron.
Why do they have to do that?
Everyone wants to be original. No one wants that cop to fucking not being the fucking first thing. The original.
But you don't run into people from Kansas City who act like they're in the center of the universe.
Oh no.
And I think for me, it's first Texas annoys me with it, then New Yorkers, and then maybe people in California, Hollywood people, who act like somehow it's fucking better. And I will tell you this, one of the biggest shocks of my life was to finally go to Malibu Beach and see that it wasn't as good as any beach that I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah, you'll tell you fucking hear how fucking beautiful
it's fucking hideous.
Good. Fuck them.
Watch that show on Right. By the way, this is my only favorite reality show. It's Ryan and Tatum O'Neal were trying to fall back in love after 25 years. He's, obviously a multimillionaire. His fucking beach house looks like any fucking beach house you've ever seen.
Random bungalow.
He's got the water right at his steps and the highway at the fucking back door. He pulls out of that thing onto a raging highway.
Oh, shit.
And that's how Malibu is.
Doesn't sound that great.
No. And yet, your whole life, you've heard Malibu Beach.
Beautiful.
As if
paradise.
It was fucking Waikiki.
Classy. None of those things now. Thanks.
I don't even see surf there. If I'm totally being honest, when you turn on his show, there's no fucking surf at his door. He could not go out and surf if he wanted to.
What a jerk.
Here's Ken. Ken, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, I got a question for Frank.
Yes.
Hey, I was in New York this weekend, and I got roofied and fucked in the mouth. Does that make me gay?
I think it makes you a party favor.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Tony in Kentucky, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ron, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Hey, I was just wondering if Pepper might want to try organizing a smokers parade, because smokers have absolutely no rights in the city.
They don't have any rights most places anymore.
We get tackled. No one wants to see a bunch of people smoking down the fucking street.
And smokers will not come out and organize themselves for smokers' rights because, like all addicts, they're kind of embarrassed about it.
Self-hating.
Yeah. There's a massive amount of self-hate in the smokers' world.
Oh, yeah, because I'm hopelessly addicted to it. So it's not that fun. But I really do enjoy smoking a cigarette.
So even though you enjoy it, it's not a choice. It's something you have to do.
Yeah, I'm badly addicted to cigarettes.
Born this way.
What's the longest you've went without a smoke? Like plane ride?
Probably, yeah. But I haven't even been on that many plane rides. So the longest plane ride I've been like 6 hours or some shit. Fucking maybe like here is what I probably have the least amount of smoking because I smoke everywhere else.
Right.
As soon as I get out of the subway, light a cigarette. As soon as I fucking get home, light a cigarette. As soon as I wake up, light a cigarette.
If it was up to you, would you light a cigarette in the movie theater?
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be fucking fantastic. Because usually I'm stoned when I'm in a movie theater.
When I was a kid, you could smoke in the theater, and it was very exciting to look up and see the smoke dance. You know, there's like from the projector that light that comes across, and the smoke would play. So if you had a fucking really bad movie, you're just looking up there going, "This is so fucking cool." Smoke is the coolest.
My dad still smoked in the theaters into the 90s.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
It got fucking his balls busted every single. Sir, keep smoking here. They just light up again when they left.
Your dad was maybe the last fucking cowboy.
He's fucking out of his mind.
You know, if your dad was around now, he'd be robbing pharmacies.
Yeah, why not?
You watching these guys on fucking TV, bum rushing fucking pharmacies?
Oh, yeah.
In the last 5 years, I was reading this thing, pharmacy robberies are up something like 50%. But addiction to prescription pills is up 400% now. It's
horrifying. I was watching a bunch of Intervention over the weekend. They were all just OxyContin and like Xanax, Percocets.
Now, when I was a kid, there was these 4 fucking dudes from our next neighborhood over. They were fucking wild as fucking shit. And they busted into the pharmacy in the middle of the night. And they came out of there with just fucking vats, 2-and-alls, and fucking all this fucking shit, right? There was so much downs that fucking summer. It was the summer of downs. It really was. Because they were selling them for next to nothing when they weren't just giving them to you.
Damn.
But by the end of, now, So by the end of the summer, all 4 of them had wrecked their car, broken noses, teeth fucking knocked out. They went from 4 fucking regular young fucking dudes, 16, 17 years old, to 4 fucking wrecks.
Beaten up by a fucking crazy pill summer.
That their entire summer had aged them like 70 years.
Jesus. It's the worst. And no one gives a shit.
The last thing you want, if you're a drug addict, is easy access to drugs.
Oh, no. No, then it's over. I have all these drugs. Why shouldn't I be doing them? Why would I hold any? If I'm fucking conscious.
All right, the fucking Mexico women's game tied up 1-1 right now.
Oh.
No one is stopping fucking Stevie's girlfriend. She is fucking amazing. Now, Frank, I know you're very, very excited about Monday. Did you like the way that the news, like I said, every single newscaster came out pro of this? They were all sent things down to front of the stone wall to act like free at last. Did that make you happy and feel part of it?
There was a lot of news outlets handling the equality law very professionally, enthusiastically. There was one I had a problem with.
Well, are you talking about newspapers?
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of great. Let's look at this. The Daily News came out with his story. Get it? His story?
Sure.
The New York Times, of course, that's the paper of record. So they just straight across go, New York allows same-sex marriage, becoming the largest state to pass law. So they're, is that okay with you that it wasn't flashy?
That's fine with me because they're still putting out how monumental it was.
Right.
Largest state ever to do this.
I get it.
So yeah, that's still, I love that coverage.
I didn't see the New York Post. What did theirs say?
The New York Post headline, same day as the others, don't do it.
About the gay marriage?
No, they decided to run with a suicide attempt story.
Oh, yeah, some cop stopped somebody from jumping off a building on the Lower East Side.
So they went, don't do it, and with very, very tiny print at the bottom of their front page, Senate passes gay marriage bill.
How did they say it?
Senate passes gay marriage bill.
That's almost a whisper.
Yeah, they didn't want anyone to know this had happened. I'm so disappointed in the New York Post. This was a historical occasion. This history was made, like the Daily News said.
His story.
His story was made.
Which is kind of anti-lesbian when you think about it. Because, look, there's all just guys on the front, and then his story. The lesbians have been ignored here.
Yeah, well, it's they can also get married, too. So it's all still there. It's all included. It's all inclusive until you get to the New York Post. Don't do it. And running a story about a suicide attempt. You can't tell me, Ron Bennington, that they figured out a way to put don't do it with the Gay Equality Act passing. They found just another story to be able to say the words don't do it when you know they're talking to the Republican Senate in New York State.
Well, they are a right-wing newspaper, but I'm surprised. I thought they would have had a better headline. Maybe we could help them out here. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Better headlines. What headline would you give this story? I mean, gay marriage passes or his story? His story?
Yeah, and they just put it down at the very, very bottom in small, small print. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be cold, but we could go every day running a story about an Asian student wanting to commit suicide.
That is true.
I mean, you could have done this any day.
Well, do you have a better headline, something you would have given it?
I would have said, here come the brides.
Here come the brides.
And
two mustachioed guys.
Yeah, you could do that. You could have a lesbian couple.
What about this one, Frank? We tie it in with the governor, and it would just be Cuomo love him a homo. And then just the excitement of that.
I like that one because it's much better because it's not only marking the historic event, it's giving the man credit.
Right, the credit that he's due.
People like Andrew Cuomo, people like Donald J. O'Donnell, people like Ron Bennington, the people who deserve the credit.
Well, I don't want to really take a lot of credit for this. Better headlines, 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. What about this? Wedding rings? No, wait. What about this? Trade in cock rings for wedding rings.
I love it.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Gary. What's your better headline?
Don't blow it, New York.
See, blow it, I think, is what you'd want to put there.
Yeah.
Here's Eli. Eli, you're on Ron Fez.
How about it's about time?
It's a bottom time, Fez.
See,
Instead of it's about time,
yeah,
it's the bottom time. All right, let me even go better on you.
Okay.
For Here Comes the Bride,
right?
It's CUMS. Here Comes the Bride, and then there's just a fucking big hairy dude wearing a veil, and he's just jacking all over. There's a bunch of fucking people like trying to catch it like it's a bouquet of jizz.
Adorable. See, that's the front page that you're going to frame and put up in your office. Not, don't do it. Oh, here's some student hanging off a ledge.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. If you can't get to a phone, feel free to throw some of these on 202 Friends on Twitter. Chris, we need a better headline.
Butt fuck the system.
Butt fuck the system. Would you have liked that?
Perfect, because the system has been shut down and rebuilt from the ground up.
These are better headlines. We're doing this better. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Fudge packers tie the balloon knot.
I like that one, Frank.
You gotta love it. You gotta think, why doesn't this pass the minds of the people at the New York Post? Oh, I know. Prejudice.
Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Como on my face.
Cuomo on my face.
I wish.
Yeah. Oh, you a big fan of his?
He is so good looking. His looks alone will take him into the White House, despite the fact that he has a great civil rights record, a great law and order record, economic responsibility he's brought to New York State.
All right, let's not get off topic, Frank. We're going for better headlines. Cuomo could be in. Here's Ryan in Wisconsin. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how about I do you in the ass?
All right, I like that one, Frank.
That's perfect. It brings in the whole marriage thing. It shows who's reached equality now.
Now we could go over it here to 202 Friends. You may now blow the bride. All part of better headlines. Liking that one a lot.
So clever.
Here comes the bride all over the groom's face. This is even taking what you made better, Fez. Then I feel like I made it a little better. And now I look over and PM has even brought that up.
How about this one? Meet my fiancé.
All right, let me see this again.
Meet my fiancé.
Fiancé instead of fiancé.
Uh-huh.
We're fiancés. Eric, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. How about the title should be The Ultimate Twink and Bear Party?
Twink and Bears. Cliff, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Better headline. Flame on.
Flame on's nice.
I like that.
And it all ties in with the fact that, fantastic foreplay.
And that also that this happened during the summer, too.
All right. Trip, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, anti-gay law goes down in the Big Apple.
I like these. What was your last one?
Meet my fiancé.
All right. Now, what if we did it again? I don't want to just keep tagging yours with a better headline, but meet with an M-E-A-T, and then it's meet, comma, my fiancé.
Brilliant. This is how you get legislation through.
I didn't really do a lot there. I mean, I appreciate the fact I didn't know that the gay community was thanking me, but I don't know if I was all that valuable to the cause.
Absolutely.
Give it to Cuomo. He deserves it.
I'd love to.
Not that way. Here's Ryan Yerman of Fez.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, how about Patrick Fitzhenry and Henry Fitzpatrick?
Right, that's an old joke, but I appreciate it. Save it for St. Patrick's.
You can run that during 2 parades.
Here's some more coming in. The 202 friends. Cuomo is pro-homo. We'll have a gay old time.
Like it?
Fagdependence Day. New York State now endorses sodomy. And Happy Queens in Queens. That ties in nice for our own Pepper Hicks. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Ross. We're going for better headlines since the New York Post didn't get involved.
Is this a seminal moment in gay rights?
Fez, what do you think?
I see where he's going with it.
You don't want to have a little faux pas there. I meant, Frank, what do you think?
Right, yeah.
I'm so crazy.
I followed your faux pas right in the hole.
I know. That is fucking perfect for a better headline, but for something different.
Marriage, it's in the hole.
Here's Andy in Cleveland, the big $5,000 winner.
Hey, how about let pirates keel haul inequality?
Ooh, Frank?
I guess so. I mean, their ship has come in, so to speak.
Come with the CUM again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We're going for better headlines. By the way, we need production for better headlines. We should have great production, a nice better headlines song. All in the future, I want to have this ready. I want the producers on top of this. Tony, what do you got?
Hey, guys, it's honeymoon time. Get your shit packed.
Oh, that's nice. Bob, you're on Ron and Fez show.
How about something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue?
Can't beat that.
LDW.
Yeah, can't beat that. I love wordplay on this.
That's wonderful.
Arlen, you're on Ron and Fez.
Gay marriage gives good head lines.
That helps us, but wouldn't really work. Rick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I now pronounce you Adams and Apple.
Adams and Apple. Any of this work for you, Frank?
I guess you could do. I now pronounce you Adam and Steve. You know, that old bit.
Yeah.
The Ron and Fez show presents not just headlines, but better headlines.
That is excellent and completely fast.
Better headlines.
Thanks. Better headlines. That's what we're after today.
Better headlines.
I'm so glad you people do this here, because I sat there just glaring at the New York Post, glaring at it.
So what did you do, just kind of look at it?
No, I glared at
just
it.
Just kind of let it cross your eyes?
I glared and stared daggers into it, hoping that with my mind I could just burn down the Post building.
This is what makes me, and don't even threaten that, but this is what makes me sad for you, Frank. The Post goes out of their way to give better headlines to everybody. They're number one in headlines. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say that to the Daily News, because the Daily News tries, but the Post is the Yankees, the Daily News is the Mets.
So you know they have it in them. And if they're not doing a better headline, it's on purpose.
Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
This is what makes me sad for you, Frank.
Oh, God, you got to be able to keep up. Frank, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Summer of Sam.
Summer of Sam. Mike in Queens.
Cuomo Queersicle.
Cuomo Queersicle.
Oh, that's so good.
That's fun, isn't it?
That is a riot. And going back to the previous one, Summer of Same is what you want.
Summer of Same, yeah. Here's some of the ones being said in the 202 friends. New York swallows the vote. 7 brides for 7 brides. Going down in the annals of history. Pitchers and catchers report 6/25/11. Cornholy matrimony. Cock unblocked. Year of the queer. Eat, drink, and be merry.
The Ron and Fez show presents not just headlines, but better headlines.
All right, I'm writing this down. At 202 friends?
Yes.
Because this is a hysterical group of people.
It really is. I always think that we have the funniest listeners. We went and proved that the other day to Raw Dog, the so-called comedy channel. When Andy from Cleveland, did you just hear him a couple minutes ago?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he won $5,000 in their stupid fucking contest.
You're shitting me.
No, I'm not.
You're shitting me.
I'm not.
Look, you're shit on my shirt.
That has nothing to do with me. Joe in Iowa, you're on Ron and Fez.
Until AIDS do us part.
Too soon, Frank?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, we had a moment of silence during the march.
Oh, that's nice. RJ in Denver.
I saw some woman in a big hat talking her head off.
No, that was
How about
She's
Dewey meets Truman?
Dewey? Meet Truman. I like these, Frank.
It's classic and today all at the same time.
You know what's something I was thinking about, Frank? Is you and I are equals.
We are.
Yeah, aren't we?
As of Friday night, yes.
As
we
of Friday
are.
night, we're equals. Now, Thursday, I was so much better than you. That's weird.
Oh.
Thursday, you were seriously like something that I wouldn't even step on.
Oh, Thursday I would have been picking up your dry cleaning, wiping your ass if I had to.
I don't want you to. You don't have to.
Not since Friday night.
Here's Peter in Buffalo.
The Ron and Fez Show presents not just headlines, but better headlines.
What do you got, Peter?
The USS Fagbaggler docks in New York.
Better headlines.
Dave, what do you got? Dave.
Yeah, for lesbians, strap on your wedding dress.
Sean, Long Island.
Butt Pirates, 1, New York, nothing.
Mongo, what do you have? Better headlines.
Thank you for equality.
Gary, better headlines.
His and his, connected with jizz.
Ray Vaughn, better headlines. Ray Vaughn, go ahead.
Brown eye for NY.
You know, these are so much better than the New York Post.
The
Frank.
Post just totally dropped the ball, and here's what I despise about them. They think it's just going to go unnoticed. Like, people pick up the newspaper, they want to read about the Equality Act, and there's the headline, don't do it, because someone's going to jump.
Let's go over to 202, friends. Game me over. Roses are red, violets are blue, I'll pink sock you and marry you too. Here's one. Pooey wins. New York, where 2 wieners are better than 1 wiener. Half slices, full-class citizens. We're going to need a cock ring bearer. And backside zillas. These are all better headlines.
Better headlines.
I love backside zillas.
Frank, you feel completely accepted by society now.
Oh, absolutely. I feel actually safer today. I mean,
Yeah.
I have equal rights in New York State. I could go get married in a month if I wanted to.
Why don't you? I would love to do that on the air. Is Jeff, you're on Run and Fez.
Okay. New headline. Start spreading the good.
Oh, these are good. Tim, what do you got?
History brought to its knees.
Here's Graham, you're on Run and Fez.
Adam and Steve say fuck Genesis.
Ruben, give me a better headline.
Homoquisticles are free.
Eric, better headlines.
Embrace chromosexuality.
Todd, what's your better headline?
More yays than nays for the gays.
See, the Post could have picked that without even acting like they were happy about it.
Yeah, they didn't have to pick a side there. Just
Right.
report the news. You're a newspaper.
Well,
You're not just a paper.
Right.
That would be a napkin. You're
Right.
a newspaper.
What kind of paper?
News.
All right. So the thing is that you're saying is they didn't really report the news.
No.
Well, they did have it on the front page.
Oh, they had it down at the bottom in the tiniest of print.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't even see it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Get out your binocs to look at it.
What are you, in such a hurry? You can't add with Euler's?
And then it's so tight. Senate passes gay marriage bill. Don't tell anybody.
They didn't write, don't tell anyone, though.
Don't tell anyone.
Mike, better headlines.
That God hates fags. New York doesn't.
That's true. That would have been perfect. Get back at West Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm.
Berger, Houston.
Dead fathers rolling over in your grave, not so safe.
Frank, better headlines.
Hey, first I want to say, Frank, I love having you on the show. Do you, John, take you, John?
Mike, better headlines.
Down goes Frazier.
Chris, better headlines. Chris, what do you got?
To have in the hole.
Yeah, but you should have had to have it to hold bowls. Would have been the way to go.
Yeah, to have into glory hole.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
something
good.
like that. I'm still thinking about Down Goes Frazier. How do you write it in that lilt?
I do like it though. And then they could have had the guy who played Frazier. Quid pro homo. Oh, Cuomo, you didn't. Out of the closet and into the chapel.
Oh, that one makes me tear up.
Yeah, it's a really sweet one. Bill slips through the back door. Marriage is not just for procreators anymore. These are all over 202 friends on Twitter, Fez. Frank. They're great. Well, because it's a Ron and Fez show, sometimes they fuck up, and it makes me feel back like when I used to be happy, and I'd have these kind of conversations.
Old habits.
New York gets cocky.
Like that.
To have and to hold and to keep your queer bold. Wedding balls. And Manhattan. Oh, these are all good.
Those are all better. They're
better headlines.
The Ron and Fez Show presents not just headlines, but better headlines.
And I just want to say to the listeners of the Ron and Fez Show, you beat the shit out of the New York Post this week.
Absolutely. They didn't even try, and you people are just on top of it.
Well, they did have the big, broad headline, "Don't do it."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As soon as gay marriage equality passes, let's show someone trying to jump off a roof. Yeah, it's not a coincidence.
So you're saying that they were so upset about this little Asian tried to jump off a roof?
I bet if we look into her background story, she's an intern at the New York Post.
Oh, jeez. Sean, better headline. Sean, what's your better headline?
Turd burglars steal the vote.
Better headlines.
Ryan, give me a better headline.
I'll take a half slice of wedding cake, please.
Oh, nice one.
That's very sweet.
You guys don't eat full slices?
Oh, no. Who could?
Yeah. Ryan.
Next thing you know, I look like a Mexican women's soccer player.
Dude Jerk City.
Dude Jerk City. Let's go over for a better headline. Jim in New York.
New York loves big, juicy cock.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
It's good. It's to the point.
The Ron and Fez Show presents not just headlines, but better headlines.
It leaves nothing open to interpretation, like this headline here in the New York Post. Is it the cop jumping? Is it the Asian student jumping? I don't know what's going on in that.
Here's Dave. You got a better headline.
Yeah, New York hits the skids.
Better headlines.
Here's Jeff. Jeff.
No more standalone fruits.
Oh, these are so much better, Frank.
This is a great, better headlines.
Going back to 202 friends.
Better headlines.
Let's see what they got. We're gaying to the chapel. Homo alone no more. Marriage not just for breeders. Let them eat cock.
I like that one.
That's llama. I now pronounce you top and bottom.
How about this one? Throw the brocade.
I don't get the bouquet.
Bros, it's two guys, and you throw their bouquet at the wedding reception.
So you're saying now they're going to be called brocays?
Yes.
Wow.
I know a great florist named Reggie who could put together a bouquet for some of these weddings coming up in a month.
He might be a great florist, but he stinks on the air. He just stinks on the air. Dennis, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
New York, no more steers.
Judy, what do you got?
Glass tubes and hamsters for everybody.
Is the hamster thing even true, Frank?
It's such a, it happens. I'll put it that way.
I didn't know that.
It happens.
I didn't think it did. I thought it was an urban myth.
But it's not every day, every gay household.
Mindy.
Cuomo gives marriage a reach around.
Oh, that's nice, Frank.
That's giving credit to the people that deserve it.
Who's that?
The Cuomos, the O'Donnells, the Benningtons that are out there.
You don't even need to include me. Chris.
Instead of USA Today, USA Today.
James.
I don't know if another paper's going to run that headline.
James.
Oh, here comes the bride ass gaping wide.
Now, would they even put that out there, you think, in a daily newspaper?
Oh, I think a paper that believes in equality would, yeah.
Better headline. Here's Ezra.
How about knock, knock, knocking on heaven's back door?
Let's go over to 202, friends. There are so many coming in, getting down on two knees. Kamer versus Kamer. 4 weddings and a funeral of man semen. Welcome to the Big Apple Bag. Wedding balls are swinging. If you can get married here, you can get married anywhere.
You know what I love about these on 202, friends?
What's that?
The joy.
Mm-hmm.
The joy that's in the historic decision.
There is just a ton of joy about this. Even the people that were against it before, Fez,
right,
are happy for it now.
They want to be on the right side of history.
Gays vote fuck you to God. Lady Liberty learns to lick. Loving this comedy queer mid. And New York slides in for a home run. All better headlines. I kind of feel bad for the Post right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, they missed it. You know, here's the thing. 500,000 people out on the streets of New York City.
Were there that many?
Yeah, 500,000. Huge crowd out there yesterday. And, all right, fine, Post. Ignore 500,000 people that could be, you know, spending a little extra to pick up your paper.
Dave, what do you got?
I got nuttier nuptials in NYC.
Jason, do you have a better headline?
You may now kiss the balls.
Look who it is, our old pal, the Daily Leader.
New York Yankees win.
The New York Yankees.
Okay, I don't know if it's better.
Right.
But you're getting there. Work on it.
A lot of them you didn't like the leaders so much.
Yeah. It's just
the Ron and Fez Show presents not just headlines, but better headlines.
Now, Frank, you gotta understand, we only have to pick one. You don't have to like all of these. But people are involved, and like you said, people are feeling kind of excited today about it all.
I love the excitement, and I love the fact that at a moment's notice, Ron and Fez listeners can come up with a better headline than the New York Post had. Who actually had all night to think about it. That decision came in late.
Well, the other two papers were able to pull it off, so
sure.
They could have. Tony.
Headline, New York City passes gay marriage. Now only blueberries stand alone.
Here's Ron.
New York. Man, woman.
Here's Mike in Charlotte.
Cuomo says what?
Oh, that was perfect.
That's the best one.
Take the old homo joke.
Yep.
And Cuomo says what?
Cuomo says what? I do.
Oh, that you made it even better, Frank.
Yeah, better headlines. That's what it's about.
It is about better headlines, isn't it?
When you got a shady operation like the New York Post.
Well, let's not judge people. Some people adapt faster than others.
Well, yeah, that's true. You can't expect everyone to come on board.
I gotta come, CUM.
CUM on board.
Right. All right, we're going to break here. When we get back, I've spent so much time with you, Frank. Do you mind if I just check in on Chris Stanley?
I would love to know what's going on in the mindset of Chris Stanley.
See, that's good, because I don't want a lot of people thinking that you're trying to push Chris Stanley out.
Oh, never.
Chris Stanley, what's been bothering you today?
I got some disturbing Jersey Shore update.
Why don't you just tell us now?
No, we should wait till we get back from break.
You know what? You are so much in Frank's shadow.
That's fine. Frank is the man. That's all I got to say about
what
that.
A fucking love fest this turned into. Maybe you both are. Maybe this gives you a chance to fucking be your true self.
Love pussy.
If pussy was a fucking tranny dancer.
Oh!
I know hair.
Hair?
Hair.
All right. We break. Frank's in the house today, and people are loving Frank. We also have the prizes to give out from the soccer games, some updates on Unmasked, and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, Frank Watson. Frank Watson. Do it again.
Frank Watson in the house!
All coming up on the Ron and Fez Show.